Hello, how can I help you?
I need to escape from this room.
You need firstly go to yellow.
Hello, are you searching for the answers?
Yes.
Okay, go to the red and answer for his question. Answer will be the number of cubes around me.
Okay, you come back with the knowledge. How many oceans in the world?
3.
Come back when you will be ready. Okay, you come back with the knowledge. How many oceans in the world?
4.
Right, the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, and Arctic Oceans. However, most countries now recognize the Southern, Antarctic, as the fifth ocean. You can go now.
Hello guys, today I will show you how to use Dialog Builder plugin and create complex dialogues with its help. I am using 4.27 version and let's create the first person shooter template. Set up correct location of the project. And let's call it My Dialogue Tutorial. And create the project. So it works. Test. Yeah, it works. And let's close it. You will need files for this tutorial. The link will be in the description. And there is two types of the files. One of them is the mannequin. You need to paste inside the content folder. Yeah, let's open it. There will be the animation and skeleton. Let's create folder for all assets that we will use and call it dialogue related. And inside this folder, let's create folder audio for files that we need for the dialogue. And this is the other type. Let's import audio. We need to create a character for the dialogue. Let's call it red and set up the inside the mesh epic skeleton mannequin. Let's make it a little bit correct. And also we need to add collision box for dialogue start. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, and make it in front of the player for overlap our first person character to start dialogue. And create the on component begin overlap function to cast our first person character. and check that is the first person character. Let's create animation blueprint for our mannequin. And call it token anim bb. We need state machine, connect, and call it talk. Yeah, and create the idle animation. So this default animation is the idle, and set up anim bp into red skeletal mesh. Great. So we have the animation blueprint, the blueprint for the character, this one, and let's create the red color for the red character. First, create the material instance, call it red character, yeah, and select the body color, and let's make it red. Yeah, it is enough. And also we need to create the yellow for other character. Move them to our target folder, and set color to our red character. Place it at scene, and I think we need to make some adjustments about the character height or mesh inside the capsule. Yeah, seems great. And need to make overlap box more in front of the red character. Nice. Let's create other character, yellow one, and set up yellow color inside it. And I set up wrong color inside the red character. Sorry, need to fix it. Red. Yeah, this one. Go to our yellow character, yeah, and set up yellow. Place it into the scene near the cubes, like this. Yeah, and save all. Next that we will need to check is that the dialog builder is enabled. It's okay. And let's create our dialog. It will be a red dialog. Okay, and next let's create the dialog for the red. I prepared the text inside the text file that you can check inside the files. Let's build the dialog. First, create the dialog node, setting up first phrase. The speaker name is the red. Copy, paste the second phrase. Next nodes are the answer from the player. Setting up text. And make another one answer. Next line will be playing previous answer selected. Connected. And untick answer. It's just like the phrase. Make the comment for this dialog line, and it should be dialog line before meet with the yellow. Okay, seems right. Oh, forget to add last phrase. That you firstly need to go to the yellow. Okay, let's check everything. Also, there will be the next dialog line when you come back from the yellow. Let's comment it. Adding a new node, but let's just copy and paste this one. Let's set the text right and set the speaker name. Copy and paste, connect them, set correct text, and next create the answers. Connect them, and it's only for the selection between the answers. And let's make phrase of these selections. Adding phrases on answers. So first and second is the wrong answer, and the third one is correct. Let's create a switcher node for selecting at what line we should move. Connect it with two lines. Double click on transition to create condition for switching between the nodes, and inside this transition you can create any functionality that you want, like casting, checking the variables, and etc. We will create meeting after yellow boolean for check between two lines. Casting to the red by getting owner of this dialog. Getting a variable meeting after the yellow, and it should be true, in this case equal to the true, and opposite side it should be false. Comment head of the dialog. And I forget to mark switcher node inside details panel. Then create other dialog for yellow and fill it up with data. Great, and let's make 4 cubes as help for answer. And last moment that we need to do before making functionality is to set up audio to our dialog nodes. Great, so now we have created 2 characters with different dialogues. Our next step is to create functionality to play any dialogue. First, add created dialogues to our characters. Next, we will need to create inside our first-person character function to initiate starting the dialog. Let's create custom event and call it start dialog. Adding into the input dialog builder object like the reference. Call it current dialog and create variable. Create boolean for check that the dialog is playing. Initial start dialog function inside red and yellow character. Add the reference what dialog should play. Need to compile everything. Let's check how it's working and add the print string for debug purpose. So we start dialog 3 times and we can move. So I want to add branch to mouse input and movement input to avoid any movement when we are inside the dialog. Dialog start 3 times, but at least I can't move. Add branch inside our first person character to prevent calling dialog when we have started dialog. Let's test. And yes, I can't move and dialog starts only once. Okay, next creating our user interface. So first it will be our main dialog widget. And next it will be the answer widget. Open it and close other tabs. Add text. It will be our dialog phrase. Let's set it in the center. Make it a little bit bigger. Call it speech text. Also, we need speaker name, so let's duplicate component. Wrap them inside vertical box. Set up speaker name above speech text. Make it smaller and set alignment to the speech text. Set inside the vertical box size to content to set width up to text. Add in vertical box for answers and call it answers vertical box. Make it variable to get reference inside graph. Now let's make answer widget. Add size box to control height of the answer. add in vertical box, and inside the vertical box we need to add the button with the text. Fill our vertical box and make text bigger. Set color to black and let's check how it's looking inside our main dialog widget. I think we need to add spacer inside answer widget, adding it inside vertical box and playing with the proportion size. Let's check, and I think we need to override height inside the size box. Check in, and yes, for me it's okay. Let's move next. Go into our first person character and searching for event begin play. Create sequence, do not ruin standard code. And construct our main dialog widget on event begin play. Create variable of our main dialog widget. Let's make a comment for this part. So now we are ready to add this widget to the viewport, but firstly we need to create the function inside our main dialog widget, which will be the corresponding to the start dialog inside the first person character. Create it, and let's call it inside our first person character. Compile, refresh, and add the reference of our current dialog. And also we need to add our widget to the viewport. We need to show mouse cursor, so let's get player controller and enable mouse cursor. Need to set input mode and UI mode to fully operate with the widget. Let's make a comment for this part inside the first person character. Also, let's check how it's working and add in the print string for debug purpose. So it's working like it should be. So we can start to make logic inside our main widget and connect dialog with the widget. Delete print string and create the variable for our current dialog. Get current dialog and call start dialog function to get data from the first node. Also, we need function that will be proceed data from the dialog. Let's create this function, call it proceed dialog, and set into the input array of dialog details struct. Connect our start function into proceed dialog function. As the dialog starts always from one node, so we need to create array from the one node. Creating variable for our proceeding data. With proceed function, we need to understand how many dialog nodes we get from the current step. If the length more than 0, then we can move further, but if it's not, then it's the end of the dialog. Let's make the rewrote node with mark that this is the end of the dialog. So if the length is more than 0, then let's check if the length is equal to 1. If it's false, then it means that is more than one dialog node and it's answers to choose. But if it's true, it means that it could be a dialog phrase or switcher node. Please note that we are getting 0 index from the array because the 0 index is the first element. Create check if it's a switcher node. Make a comment for it. And call function move to next nodes from node idea, selecting the node idea from the details and calling proceed dialog function. We are done with the check if it's a switcher node, so at this part will be functionality for the phrase or for the speech, no matter is a player speech or character speech. Let's copy dialog node details. I remind that we have only one element inside the array and its index is 0. we need to set speaker name and speech text as a variable to get their references inside graph. Getting speaker name and calling setText function. Same we do for the speech text also. Connecting all together and setting up from the dialog node speaker name and dialog node text into the speech text. Creating branch and checking if our dialog audio is valid. Getting the duration of the audio and creating the variable. My aim is to use the duration of the audio as a timer for how long the phrase should be visible. Also, I want to have possibility to tweak the duration, so I sum the duration with the delay to move next node. This value we can change inside our dialog builder asset. So if we don't have audio, we will use audio delay from the dialog builder. I want to add branch to avoid zero value to a timer in case if we don't have the audio, it didn't set up delay value. Create timer itself. Setting up delay for a timer value. Creating custom event and call it move to next node. Also, I forget to play audio itself. Getting audio reference and playing it. Place it after branch that the audio is valid. We are almost done with this part. Getting our current dialog reference and call function move to next node from node ID. And we should connect our branch if we don't have any delay to move next node. Need to set current node ID into move next node function. So let's make a comment for a phrase part for setting up text and audio. and checking our system.
Hello, how can I help you?
And perfect. The audio is working, text phrase is working, and next that we need to do is to create functionality for the answers. So we checked previously, if we have only one node, so it will be the phrase or a switch node. But if we will have more nodes, so it will be the answer. Create a loop from dialog details. Inside the loop, we will create answer option widget. Collect every new answer option widget in array. Let's call it answer array. Setting up answers vertical box as a variable and adding new created widget into the vertical box. For now it's okay, and let's move to answer widget. We need to create a custom event and call it fill up with data. Adding dialog node details in input. Break up structure and go to the designer and check if the text is the variable. Setting up dialog node text as answer text. And we are ready to test, but forget something. We need to fill up our answer widget with dialog node details. Make a comment for the answer part. Also, we need to clean up our answer widgets when the answer is selected. For this, we will check vertical box if it has something inside. And if it will be true, then we need to clean up the children inside the vertical box. Also, we need to remove all answer widgets from the viewport. And clear our answers array. connect everything in our proceed dialog function and make a comment. Perfect. So let's try how it's working.
Hello, how can I help you?
The phrase part and the answer part is working great, but I can't press the button. Let's go to our answer widget, call onPressButton function. For move next node, we need node ID. So let's keep details inside the variable. And we need to cast our answer widget with the main dialog widget by the getParent function and double it with the getOuter object. I don't know why it's doubled, but it's working. Calling our proceed dialog function and setting up with our node detail. So let's make a comment and check.
Hello, how can I help you?
I need to escape from this room.
You need firstly go to yellow.
Perfect. So everything is working, but now we need to end dialog. Go to our main dialog widget. I want to play animation when the dialog starts and when it ends. So let's create it. Animation is ready. So let's also play it when we start dialog. And when it ends. Copy and paste it. Need to change play mode to reverse. Get duration of animation. Setting up delay or timer. And at this part, we need to say our first-person character that animation has been ended. Creating custom event inside our first-person character. Call it end animation. With the end animation function, we need to uncheck dialog play, hide mouse cursor, and set game input mode. Also, we should remove our main dialog widget from the viewport. Comment it and test.
Hello, how can I help you?
But I forget to connect main widget dialog end with the first person character dialog end. Make a comment and let's test.
Hello, how can I help you?
I need to escape from this room.
You need firstly go to yellow.
Nice, so the dialog functionality working great. Next, let's start dialog also from the yellow. It should be compiled and then it will work. Checking the yellow.
Hello, are you searching for the answers?
Great, so the yellow dialog is working. So next step that we need to do, say red character that we have already speaked with the yellow. Go to the yellow dialog and double press on success node. On dialog play event will be executed when the node is proceed. Getting reference of red character. And set up meet after yellow boolean to true. So main test.
Hello, how can I help you?
I need to escape from this room.
You need firstly go to yellow.
Hello, are you searching for the answers?
Yes.
Okay, go to the red and answer for his question. Answer will be the number of cubes around me.
Okay, you come back with the knowledge. How many oceans in the world?
1.
Come back when you will be ready. Okay, you come back with the knowledge. How many oceans in the world?
4.
Right. The Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, and Arctic Oceans. However, most countries now recognize the Southern, Antarctic, as the fifth ocean. You can go now.
Everything is working and the dialog functionality is done, but I want to add animation when the character is speaking. You can do it as you want. There is no restriction of using Dialog Builder plugin for the animation play. I will do it by updating the animation by every phrase. Calling function update animation to dialog. this function will be calling is any node proceed. We need to cast our red character through the getOwner function. And then pass anim instance of the red mesh to the token anim BP. So let's go to the animation blueprint. Add in new animation node, connect it with the idle. Create boolean for check state between these two animations. I will create a pin for using different animation if I would have them. Setting up transition rule. Go back to the red dialog asset, getting token anim BP and setting up is token boolean. If my animation to play is valid, so it's token, as I set animation only in character phrases. And setting up which animation we need to play. But need to add branch to check that animation is exist. Done, and I want to speed up our token animation twicely. Let's test.
Hello, how can I help you?
I need to escape from this room.
You need firstly go to yellow. Hello, how can I help you?
Nothing.
It works like it should, but only with one exception. When the dialog is ended, animation is not stopping. Preparing it is end node check. Need to set up inside our dialogs end nodes. Adding branch with check that it is end node. Getting animation play lengths. Connect with delay. and after delay we need to set that animation is ended. Make a comment for everything. Comments are ready, and let's check how the animation is playing.
Hello, how can I help you?
I need to escape from this room.
You need firstly go to yellow.
Nice, but our animation is too long, as we have scaled up it inside the animation blueprint, so we need to divide our delay twicely. Everything is ready, and we need to make last test.
Hello, how can I help you?
I need to escape from this room.
You need firstly go to yellow.
Hello, are you searching for the answers?
Yes.
Okay, go to the red and answer for his question. Answer will be the number of cubes around me.
Okay, you come back with the knowledge. How many oceans in the world?
4.
Right. The Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, and Arctic Oceans. However, most countries now recognize the Southern, Antarctic, as the fifth ocean. You can go now.
That's it. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you, and with this knowledge you can create any dialogue that you want.